Hi everyone, I am Mr. Stola S. We are going to do maths literacy together, and topic for today is finance. Subtopic is interest, which is simple and compound interest. Then what I will encourage learners to do is that you are encouraged to know the definitions of concepts, starting from principal amount, interest rate, and again the period. You must be able to define, because sometimes before they request you to do calculations, they expect you to be able to define. Now let's start with our calculations. We will start with simple interest. When you calculate simple interest in Mathslit, according to the policy, learners are not allowed to use formulas either in simple or compound interest. So now when we calculate simple interest, let's say we have a question, or let's say example, they say calculate interest for investing 5,000 rands for 3 years at 6.5% simple interest rate. Calculate interest for investing 5,000 rands for 3 years at 6.5 is simple interest rate per year. Sometimes they can say per annum. So when they say per year and annum, now these two things speak one and the same thing. Year and annum, they are the same. So when you calculate, in this case, it means you're going to say interest is equals to P for principal times I, interest rate times N. Number or a period can be number of years or number of months. Now let's say is equal to, then we want our P. P is the principal amount, is the amount that the person has invested. How much is that amount? Is 5,000 rands. Then we're going to write 5,000 rands multiplied by what is our interest rate. Our interest rate, we're going to say 6.5 divided by 100. So now here it is expressed in the form of percentage. So now you can always, when it comes to calculations, you must express it, or you may express it in the form of fraction or decimal, then multiply by. Then we multiply by the number of years, or then the period. If it was per month, it means we have multiplied by months. If it's year, it means you're going to multiply by the period, which is number of months. So we're going to multiply by 3. Then we're going to say is equal to, in most instances, I encourage learners to convert even though the next step might not have marks, but I encourage learners to first change the fraction to decimal. So we're going to say 6.5 divided by 100, then we're going to say 5,000 multiplied by 0.065 times 3. This will put you on a safe side. Why? Because now you have changed the fraction to decimal, so it will be simple for you, because some learners, they get confused to an extent that they mix up the signs. So now if it is in this case, you're going to say 5,000 multiplied by 0.065 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 975. So it means for investing 5,000 rands for 3 years, which the simple interest rate is 6.5. It means after 3 years, you are going to earn 975 rands. Now, let's go to compound interest. Compound interest. Now, in the compound interest, it means every end of the period, the interest, when we start the new period, the interest also are calculated. So let's say they say calculate interest for investing 5,000 rands also, and then for how long? 3 years. And then what is happening about the interest rate at 6.5% compound interest per what? Per year or per annum. So in most instances, you find that learners are confused. They cannot be able to tell what is an annum. An annum is the same as a year. So in this case, when you want to calculate interest for investing 5,000 for 3 years at 6.5 compound interest per year, what we are going to do, we are going to say after 1 year. Now, the way you solve it, this side is different from the way you solve it from the simple interest. Now, you're going to say after 1 year, then we are going to use the money that was invested, which is how much? 5,000 rands, multiply by, you don't multiply but you add. You're going to say 5,000 rands plus, and then you say open bracket, then you say 5,000 rands multiply by interest rate, which is 6.5 over 100. Then we are going to say it's equal to, then it's 5,000 plus. Then you're going to say 5,000 times 6.5. So now you have to, first you must change the 6.5 from the fraction to decimal, so that you shouldn't be confused. Then you're going to say 5,000 multiplied by, then when we say 6.5 divided by 100 is 0.065 close bracket. So now we're going to say it's equal to, then we're going to say 5,000 plus, then 5,000 multiplied by, then we do it in our calculator, so we're going to say 5,000 multiplied by 5,000 multiplied by 0.065, then it's going to be 325 rands, which is equal to 5,000 plus 325 is going to be 5,325. Here we don't have interest. Now we are going to move on to the second year. We're going to say after 2 years. Then we're going to say 5,000. Now we continue. We no longer use 5,000 because now the money that this person is having is 5,325. So we're going to use 5,325 plus open bracket. In this case, there is no need for us to write this fraction, but we are going to say 5,325 multiplied by 0.065. Then it's going to be equal to, then we take this 5,000 as it is, 5,325 plus, then we're going to say 5,325 multiplied by 0.065. So it's going to be 346.125. Mind you, if your answer is not final answer in that regard, you don't have to round it to 2 decimal. We write it as it is. So we're going to say 5,325 plus 346.125. Then we want to see how much will we get. 5,325 plus 346.125 is going to be 5,671.5. 125. Then now we go to the final year, which is after 3 years. Then after 3 years, what we're going to say? We're going to say 5,671,125 plus open bracket. Then we say 5,671,125 multiplied by 0,065. Then we want to see how much the answer will it be. Now it means that we go to the final year, and again we are still going to use the same approach that we used previously. Then what are we going to do now? We are going to say 5,671, we write it 5,671, 125 plus. Now we want to know the 0.65% of 5,000. Then we're going to say 5,671, 125 multiplied by then 0.065. Then we're going to have 368,63. I'm sorry, I mean 623125. Then which is going to be, then we add it with 5,671,125, which is equal to 6,039,748125, which is equivalent to, because this is the final answer, we are going to say 6,039,748125. Then we're going to, then it means when we round it to 2 decimal places, we are going to say we leave 2 decimal places. It means after comma we leave only 2 digits. We are going to say 6,089, then here's 74, then we need 2, we check the 3rd digit, then find that is more than 5, then it's going to be 75. We are going to say therefore interest is equal to, we are going to say interest is equal to 5,000 minus 6,039,75, then it's equal to, then we are going to have 1,039,75. It means these are interest that this person has earned for investing 5,000 for 3 years at 6.5% compound interest per year. Now that is what I have for you for today. Thank you.